So I
Okay.
submitted my solution for that. It was related to like the educational technology industry. And after that, the recruiter called me. She really liked my solution. What's the time complexity, and how would you optimize it? And I would say that give 70% of your time to DS and 30% to projects and other stuff.
Hi everyone, I'm here with the sixth episode of Let's Talk Internship series. Like you all have been enjoying all the episodes of Let's Talk Internship so well. So this time I have brought a company known as Nasdaq. So Nasdaq, if you are not aware of, this is an American multinational financial corporation company, and it currently owns and it operates three stock exchanges in the US. So you can understand how big the company is, and like it's one of the tech giants. And it is the CTC and stipend that it offers is also pretty awesome. So in this episode, I have one special guest with me. She is Garima Singh. She is currently pursuing her Bachelor's of Technology in Computer Science from NIT Patna, and she has got this offer through an off-campus job opening that Nasdaq conducted through Hacker Earth. Like there was a challenge on Hacker Earth. We'll discuss about complete details. What was the process of Nasdaq? How many rounds they conducted? Like what was the entire thing that you need to know about getting an off-campus internship at Nasdaq. So we'll talk with her. We'll let you know what is the stipend. The stipend that this company is offering is 50,000 per month. So the stipend is also very good. So we'll discuss about the rest of the details, the application process, some of the resume tips, what is the preparation strategy that she followed. So each and everything is going to be discussed in the further video. So do stay tuned till the end of this video so that you can get each and everything about Nasdaq. Thank you so much, Garima, for accepting the invitation and coming here for sharing your journey. So, before we move on to the actual process of NASDAQ, like I would like you to briefly introduce yourself.
Hello everyone, I am Garima Singh and currently I am a computer science undergraduate from National Institute of Technology Patna, and my core domains are basically web domains using JavaScript and Android technology using native Java. So that's it.
Okay. So, when we talk about like this was your very brief introduction. When we talk about your college life, your college journey, like what has been your inspiration, or you have been a part of certain clubs and societies. So, how has been that journey, and how like what made you achieve the current position that you have? Like, what all things motivated you, or something that you would like to share with us?
Yeah. So I would say that my college journey has been pretty great so far. So in the first year, we enjoyed a lot, and I delved into various domains that I wanted to explore. So I learned native Java, and from that we created certain apps. Like some of them are live on Play Store also. So we formed a team of six, and like that is maintained up till like our third year. So that is what I really cherish. And apart from that, we delved into certain other domains like web, machine learning, and all of that. So I started competitive in my third year, and in my first 2 years, I have been exploring a lot of technologies. So like my first 2 years went into that, and for us, like the clubs I have been part of. So I would say that NIT Patna didn't have that much of a great coding culture before our batch, 2K18 batch. So we started two of the major clubs in our college from scratch, a team of six. So one of them is Hack Slash Mozilla Club, and the second one is Developer Student Club. So this was the first time that we had an DSC. We had a DSC in our college, and like you would come to a college and you would see that almost everyone knows how to code, and they are developing different things. So that is quite inspiring that we started that journey. So this is how my first years went.
So that was pretty much awesome to hear. Like you started with
Yeah,
like it was your batch who initiated this coding culture, and like so
yeah.
the things went on, and now you have two particular clubs focused on coding and development. So that is pretty awesome to hear. Like we'd like to know more about these as well. Like but before that, like if we move on to the actual process for Nasdaq. So, would you like to brief us about like was it an on-campus opportunity or was it an off-campus opportunity, and how you
It
got the
was
notification?
Yeah, it was an off-campus opportunity, first of all, and there was a Hackereth test. It was organized in late November, I think. So I got a notification of it from LinkedIn only, and applied through it. And at the same time, there was a hackathon organized. So it was co-sponsored by NASDAQ. So I submitted my solution for that. It was related to like the educational technology industry. And after that, the recruiter called me. She really liked my solution. She like we were asked to submit a resume through that. So she really liked my resume, and she said that I have been associated with NASDAQ for more than one programs. So she would like to move me on to the interview process.
Okay, that's really good to hear. But when we talk about this was basic about the process. When we talk about the complete application process, from the point of view of number of rounds, and also if you can give us some details of all the rounds, and like what were some of the important topics in all those rounds.
Yeah. So the first round was the online test. It was of 2.5 hours and it consisted of 10 MCQs and two programming questions. So they were like medium to hard lead code questions, and MCQs were related to time complexity and data structures. So after that, I had three interviews, and like all three of them were technical interviews. The last one was HR plus technical, and they asked me like implementation based questions, and I was asked a few basic questions as well, but they were pretty twisted ones. So they would ask me what's the time complexity and how would you optimize it, and what are the different methods to solve it. So, and yes, there were two puzzle questions as well. So I had prepared for them beforehand for a different company, but like they helped me in NASDAQ as well. So, and in the HR round, like you have to be quite thorough with your resume, because they ask you what have you worked upon and the technologies that you have mentioned. And like that was the process, 4 rounds.
Okay, so if we talk about the importance of projects and your normal DSL goes from the point of view of interviews, so how much percentage you would say that it was DSL goes and how much percentage was projects?
Projects were asked to me in the last round and the third round. In the first two
Okay,
rounds, it was purely DS and like problem solving skills and puzzles. So in the
okay,
last round, they were pretty impressed by my projects, I would say, because one of them I have it live on Play Store, and second one is like it has a pretty good theme around it. It was around ovarian cancer classification. So they really liked my project. So I would say that give 70% of your time to DS and 30% to projects and other stuff.
okay. So you also mentioned that one of your apps is live on Play Store. Would like to know more about that app if you would can like tell us about that app.
It was like we made it in our first year, and we published two versions of it. And the theme was basically we didn't have a common platform in our college to interact. So whenever our exams would arrive, we would basically flood our WhatsApp with previous year question papers and PDFs. So it was like a common platform where everyone could post notices and PDFs of the subjects. So that was the app all about. It had like 200 250 downloads, but then like we stopped developing on it, so it basically stopped, but we will work on it in future for sure.
Sure, sure. That's pretty awesome to hear that in your first year only
Yeah.
you worked upon a project, and that was pretty awesome to hear that it is actually published on Google Play Store. So that was good to know about the complete entire process for Nasdaq. When we talk about your particular preparation strategy, like what you particularly did, like what were the resources you used for preparation and everything. So we'd like to would like to know some more things about your preparation strategy.
Yeah, so as I mentioned that in my first year I explored a lot. So I learned Angular, I learned React, and I delved into Android technologies as well. So these were the like the development topics I focused on. As far as DS is concerned, I majorly focused on Lead Code, Interview Bit, and Geeks for Geeks. So these three are like holy saviors, I would say. So, and the CP, for CP, I recently started it. It has been only 2 months. Like I started it from New Year. So I would say that you can focus on CP, but it is not a necessity. But I would say that please try it. Like I tried it and I'm actually enjoying it a lot. So that is what. And for core CS subjects, I watched a YouTube channel, Knowledge Gate, and apart from that, I learned from my course books. So I think that was sufficient enough.
Yeah. So, okay, that was good to hear. Like everybody knows the importance of GHG, lead code, and for computer
Yeah.
fundamentals, OS, DBMS, and networks, right? So, next, moving upon to like it was an off-campus opportunity, and when we talk about the importance of your resume, it plays a very important part when the opportunity is off-campus because in some companies there's the first resume shortlisting round. So, would like to know more like what was there particularly in your resume and what advice you would like to give with respect to what should be there in a resume or not.
Yeah, so I think what highlights my resume the most are my projects and my internship experiences. So the recruiter, she really liked what all internships I had done. So I had done two full stack developer internships by then. So she really thought that I would be suitable for the full stack team. So that was like the two things that stand out most. And like in one of the rounds, they mentioned my CGPA also. So
Okay.
somewhere, even though you deny it, but somewhere it like it plays a role. So they mentioned that how do you maintain so much development and coding with like with a decent CGPA. So and for resume, choose like a clean template. I personally choose mine from Overleaf, the DD resume. So you can choose from Overleaf, I would say.
And that was like good to know more about your particular resume details. Next, coming upon to the last piece of advice that you would like to give to somebody who is aiming at cracking such off-campus opportunities like Nasdaq, like what should be like the final advice, I would say.
Final advice, like I don't think I'm eligible to advise anyone, but I have cracked an off campus internship. So like just be like have fun in what you are doing. So if you're having fun, you wouldn't like let the pressure build up on you. So that is what I would say. And secondly, never compare your journey to others.
Yeah.
So even if someone is like getting offers and all, you never know how much struggle they have faced because no one tells us about their failures.
Yeah.
So these are the two pieces of advices.
Thank you so much, Garima, for coming here and sharing your journey. Like it was really very insightful for anybody who would like to hear the complete process and your preparation strategy, your resume tips. So everybody like would be really inspired by your journey. Thank you so much once again for accepting the invitation.
Thank you so
So
much, Harsh, sir, for inviting me.
I hope the process of Nasdaq was pretty amazing and you got some really good insights into how to crack Nasdaq. So for more amazing updates and opportunities ahead, do like, share, and subscribe, and do share it with your friends so that more and more people can come and we can move ahead together. And so, Nick, thank you so much. Good luck. Bye bye.